super hard engaged support there. You might have problems actually getting onto this poke composition. All in all, T1's comp here looks super solid. I feel like even if they fall behind, they have ways to get back into the game. And if they get ahead, it's just with a comp like DRX's, they're in for a really, really, really bad time. So this is interesting to me because DRX, as we said before, have the worst stats pre-20 minutes. This is not a composition where you can afford to fall behind pre-20 minutes, right? Like, you're looking for early turrets, you're looking for vision control, and you're looking to snowball one of your two solo laners so that poke becomes obnoxious to deal with, and then you can actually contest objectives. But DRX have drafted themselves into an interesting position. I'm feeling pretty good about my T1 is going to win game 1.
Down the lane, it doesn't look like anything's going to amount to much down there. Becca, though, is going to be ignited. He has to flash away, and Bao, trying to take the trade, will take a bit of extra damage on the back foot. So a nice trade.
Pressure, which means that Pyosik is actually going to pick up his first mark. And maybe looking for a play on bot.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Alistair. They want to get that root, but not actually going to amount to much, but they still have the damage. First blood will go to Keria.
Is Pyosik going for a greedy invade here?
This is pretty greedy. I mean, Faker's going to have the first roam from the mid lane. He does get the smite and flashes the shockwave, so he has to burn his flash.
I get very hard. Faker, though.
Ooh, that's a miss on the bubble, but he takes a bunch of damage and he wants to flash here. You were talking about the timing.
DRX actually solidifies by teleporting to that one as Keria goes in.
Oh, the ult goes down first, though. Pyosik able to get it. Will he survive? He's going to have to flash again. That is very thankful that he got that down right before he got charmed. About what the follow-up is down the lane, as we got another big trade up in the top side. But Kingan is trying to take out this turret, and looks like he may just be able to. Yeah, he's going to just go for it. He takes the trade, and he just slaps him down. Says, Zeus, get out of my rift. You are nothing compared to me.
And then Bounce, yeah, just make sure that you stay alive. There's so many limits being tested here, right? Every time, like, are they going to die? Is someone going to get taken out? And it might happen here.
Wow. Yeah, he's dead. And they have a little bit of pushing power here in the mid lane. This game is a little bit all over the place. Note that Pyosik picks up a mark in the enemy jungle as this is happening.
And then the main question becomes, are you actually able to deal with this T1 comp? I think that DRX as a whole skilled pretty well. Need to be careful.
Oh, Keria, he's looking for names. He wants Bao, and Kingan in the front line tries to get it onto Gumayusi, but that is not going to work. He will be taken out, trying to save his AD carry.
Keria's just been playing so well this entire game, and this is the problem with DRX's composition. You can't overstep.
Oh man, you cursed him. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Okay, Keria.
What are you doing?
I didn't mean to.
Okay, they're okay to go for this one. Keria's got a nice little flank angle down on the bottom side. We'll see if he can convert this one, as Becca will spot him. Over the wall he goes. That's a huge paddle star. Keria now into the back line, but that is a massive Kindred ultimate. It saves so much damage. Can they turn this one around after that? Look at Bao's positioning. It is just huge, as now everybody was laughing at him for the beginning of this game, but he is going to pick up a triple kill and maybe pick up Faker. No, that's going to be the ignite from the Zoe, but that all came down to the massive ultimate from Pyosik. After the Lambert fight was a little bit much, as Solka here, not really sure what he's doing, but he's going to be able to get to the Lambert spite. Thanks, Mr. Pyosik, once again, for saving his life this time around. Like late game Orianna Zaya, which is still unbelievably strong. So we have to note and see how these fights are going to go down, as that's not going to be the Zoe smite coming in there. As a little bit of a sleep comes over, here comes really fast Becca as Bao, well, nice little disengage there, I suppose, from the side of T1, as everybody from DRX really wanted to get in there. Oh, they got Faker. I think he's just dead. Yeah, he's just dead. They slap him down on the bottom side. They got the Banshee's Veil earlier on, and that might just be it. As you mentioned, no Orianna means no Shockwave. Gumayusi's going to take a bunch of damage. And man, DRX, they are on top of their game tonight, looking really pretty clean here in this one. And with the Baron, they'll be looking to push this one in. The poke, just not much they can do against this one now. Keria will give it one last try. That is a pretty fantastic engage, but the damage is just way too much. On the side of DRX, they are going to shut them down and fully clean up the side of T1 for the victory here in game number
I don't
1.
think it's looking very good for T1 going into a second game, because this was supposed to be their highlight point, right? This is where they're the strongest traditionally, game number 1, but instead, DRX with a dominating performance here.
Yeah, and I feel like you can mostly see the way that this game is played out based on LM's damage, and it's not that he played it poorly, it's just that there was never really a hard engage where he was able to get into a fight and do anything.
Maybe Gumayusi and Carrier just absolutely stomp the lane. That could happen, right? And like, this game could snowball out of control and the draft couldn't really matter, and in that scenario, you're happy with a Renekton because it actually allows you to get a lot done, but like, picking Renekton into Kindred, Victor, and Gragas, like, I'm not a huge fan of it. And T1, after a shaky game 1, you know, I thought they had a favorable draft last time, or at least that a draft that allowed them a lot of possibilities. I'm not feeling great about this one. Maybe they'll prove me wrong again. And otherwise, what a day it will be if DRX just stone cold 2-0 T1.
Yeah, you know, certainly feels like we could have that happen here after this draft, but let's find out. We're going to hop out of the Rift for game number 2 of Match 45. This is the last match. Oh, he wants to exert his dominance here over LM. He's going to get that slowdown. And will the smite go the way of Pyosik? Yes, it will. As the smite came out early from LM, but now Pyosik in an awkward spot here. Faker over the wall as well. I think he even dodged that vision, but now they're just going to turn onto Kingen, who gets in a little bit of trouble. The flashes come in, bit of poke damage now from Pyosik over the wall, who does hop over and looks to take out LM, and he will be able to hand that kill over to the Victor. Here's Carrier from the bottom lane. He's level 2. I suppose that's one way for T1 to win the fight. Thank you, Mr. Carrier. Your bottom lane isn't going to love that, but at the end of the day, Pyosik still in the enemy jungle for over a minute now.
The back timer coming down there from Zeus as Uma.
Ooh, able to dash away a little bit there. W not going to connect from the Kai'Sa.
He's super high for him early as well because there's so many alleviating factors. There's a really nice play on top.
Are they going to actually dive this, though? Looks like the answer will be no. With the assist as well. Things going pretty nicely. I'm going to have to hold that thought as we do have the engage coming in here. Becca getting deep onto Gumayusi, who just dashes away and leaves Keria alone. Nice dodge there on the solar flare. Here come the TPs. Bao and Becca still sticking around for this one. Faker is going to have to dash away. Flash coming out from Zolka. That was pretty interesting, as he thought he was going to be able to pick up the kill, but nope, not going to be the case this time around. Keria just flashes away.
Buddy, you're very far up.
There's no cask right now on Kingen, but Zeus kind of getting in there looking for the plate. I think he knows he's done. And with no flash available, they're going to give that kill over to Pyosik.
A little scared there. I'm not entirely sure whether Guma could close it up, but he definitely did. Zeus needs to get out of there because his team is making a play for Drake. And you're on your own, buddy. Yeah.
And this time, Pyosik has the Renekton mark ready to go. We'll see if he can actually make it happen, as into the wall he goes. The flash forward from Pyosik is going to force the flash from Zeus. So, you know, he doesn't get the kill, but at least he's, again, putting so much pressure up onto this top side, and T1 will have to bail him out here.
It's more gold onto Gumayusi, though, but last time Guma actually had a hard time kind of making that gold into a sizable advantage, right? And this is something that I think we've talked about a lot, is where Gumayusi is able to consist.
That's an insane amount of poke damage already onto him, as here comes the engage, trying to just get Pyosik down, but there's the Lamb's Respite. He gets it off once again. He's going to be on the edge, but he will go down eventually. Solar Flare is good, as is the cast, but they should still have the damage. It looks like T1, though, a little bit too low on their health bars. And even though it is 4v3 at this point in time, they're not exactly in a position to take this fight. And so DRX, funnily enough, even though it is 3v4, they will push on and take this T1 turret really nicely. They'd love to take a big team fight here. Let's see how it goes. You see a little bit of a flank attempt, perhaps, from Keria. As the ward does come in, he has jumped into the pit, actually, has Keria. As now he will go in, they're looking to get it. That is a massive ultimate that comes out from Faker and separates the entire team of DRX, but you still have both of the carries from DRX alive here on the right side. They're going to be able to chip down onto Zeus. And it looks like the Ocean Drake will go the way of the Olaf. But Solka looking for more. He's going to pick up another kill. As Gumayusi will be able to trade it back. But now a triple over to the side of the Kaisa. And with the TP coming in from Kingen, they should be able to take down Gumayusi. And there it is, the quadra kill for Bao. Teleport used. And
you take
they
those.
will, in fact, they're going to respect that teleport. Pyosik he's just kind of doing his own thing. And T1 have left Zeus to die on the left side. As meanwhile, the Rel dies in the team fight under the sand turret. What is going on over here? As Becca takes a little bit too much damage trying to get that team fight going. Now Gumayusi trying to get on top of the Kindred. But you can see that DRX absolutely pummels them in the fight on the right side. And that is a super easy laser. By the way, Solka and Bao completely unaffected in this team fight once again. As DRX, I mentioned it comes down to execution. They absolutely stomped T1 in that fight.
And we might be looking at a 2-0 victory for DRX here, which would put them, the base cracked open, you're in for a problem, they're going again.
Oh, Bao is he's just got that killer instinct and he's willing to use it at any point in time. They're just barreling down the mid lane, and now Keria is going to be not first down this time, actually. Faker going to get a nice little engage, as they will also get the kill onto Bao, and now trying to get on top of Pyosik. They will be able to burst him down, and DRX, they give it back. T1 immediately come through, and Faker sweeps them up and picks up 3 kills.
2 teleports available, and this will be Soul. Oh, Keria, no!
Okay, well, just like that, you give DRX another chance. Keep in mind that there are some low-ish health bars down here. Not sure what Kingen's doing, trying to stop the blast plant. But this is going to be Ocean Soul going to T1, no doubt. There's DRX. And this is big. You know, you would love to have an Olaf that can flash onto a low carry, right? But you just don't have that anymore. As Solka's going for a bit of a run. This is a massive engage, though, from Keria as he's trying to win the game just like that for his team. And over the wall, they run straight into Gumayusi. And I think we're going to game 3 just like that. Keria and Faker, once again, they loaded up together with the duo. And they make that gigantic engage happen.
It's the reverse curse, just as I say, Gumayusi. I don't know if you're really doing enough. He goes for the 1v2, but as you said, the real heroes of that fight, overcoming the struggles that they had in the first game, and just the decisiveness, even after what was honestly a rough series up until this point, to just go in like that. You know, Adam's flash didn't matter, so that's
exactly.
That's
we'll see how they do in this next one. The damage numbers here are pretty massive on the side of the Victor, and of course on Faker. By the end, he was actually doing a lot of work, so props to him.
Yeah, and I feel like it really was that tandem of Faker and Keria keeping that game together. We saw several nice moments. Orianna has really good shove, but Seraphine, no matter what the role, has insane wave clear. Like, you can even build her with, you know, the Moonstaff combination and like a double Q or an Empower Q will still clear an entire wave. In this situation, I expect Solka to go for damage, right? So a Ludens or Liandry's. So even then it will be even worse, right? So it's Pyosik will have prior lanes early, and that's the kind of situation that you don't want as LM. So I'm scared for the Olaf for the 3rd game in a row, Valdes.
Some things never change. Here at the LCK, the caster's never really a big fan of the Olaf, at least on 11-3 and in compositions like this.
Or not.
Good question. As we do move on to the Rift.
Yep.
And note the slow push from Kingen. He's waiting for another wave, so I think they're absolutely looking for this dive.
Yeah, this is perfectly set up here from DRX. Let's see if the execution comes through.
Ooh, Zeus, what are you gonna do? Is this your moment? The sun comes through on the bear stance, and down you go. First blood, 3.5 minutes in an extremely clean dive.
You're the one who initiated this. You're the one who sets up the vertical jungling. Is it going to be worth it?
Well, we got a nice little trade down on the bottom side. Doesn't amount to too much. Becca doesn't have to flash away, but he does throw out his exhaust. So still a nice little trade for T1.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Crocky.
What?
Backhand?
What is going on? Like, They just love playing Ring Around the Rosie. Becca is going to have to flash. I would imagine, no, they're going to get that ultimate over the wall, and now Becca's going to flash away. The root comes in from the Seraphine. As Pyosik just frontlining here, he's also going to have to flash. Faker's doing a good job in the mid lane, too. He's been zoning away Solka, and you can see that Solka has been having a little bit of a hard time of the trades. Oriana's trades a little bit more easy to pull off, I suppose. And T1 with the full team rotation up to the Rift Herald to take this one away. Faker's even got that ball in position, just going to bait out the Featherstorm just like that. And the Rift Herald will go the way of T1. Now, DRX considering...
Zeus alone, guys. This is so mean.
Yeah, they're going to go for the freebies, I suppose. They're even committing through the teleport. There's no Dominus available, and not enough damage comes out. Faker's teleport.
Situation. So instead, it's going to be up to Carrier yet again, as Pyosik is top.
Oh, he's back.
He's here.
Wait, what? He's still here. Why are you still bullying this guy? Even Becca's up here. Are they even going to kill him? Please. Okay, they got him. That would have been silly if all 3 members came up and they still didn't get him after all of that bully. That's what they'll be looking for. Again, the poke has to land. You know, the Jace has to hit the shock blast. Becca, he's set up in a pretty interesting spot here. They're going to catch Faker. Will they be able to burst him down? There's the ultimate, and they do have the damage to take down that Oriana at the perfect time as a fantastic hook comes out from Becca. He finds the weak Oriana soft under spot. Yeah, I mean, you could see Carrier. He's like, please let me engage.
Well,
he's got a really nice spot here. DRX should have seen him, but they're still going to get caught out here. There's that Featherstorm we were talking about. Immediate hook comes in, and where is the follow-up? It is just nowhere. The Prowler's Call comes in. Guniusi finally able to get a great spot here underneath, but the Jace is just way too large at this point in time, and he's got Moonstaff Seraphine right behind him. So not the easiest point in time here is Pyosik as well. Gonna look to run them down. And I'm not sure there's much of an escape here for T1.
Oh no, he's coming.
Okay, well,
he's coming, Valdes.
Now someone play the Jaws music. Here comes Udyr. Or, well, in this case, definitely not Udyr. He's getting on top of them, looking for that 80 carry, gets into the back line, and this was just inevitable. Faker, the last runner. The last unfortunate soul that, yeah, he's just going to get burst down. See you later. Pyosik going to pick up that kill. And DRX, at the end of the day, they kill all 5 members. They don't need to do about that. Okay? Looks like, okay, we get the pick on Becca, but actually it's Zeus who dies at the end of the day. Pyosik going to run down the Kaisa and zoom him away. Guniusi trying his best, but he does get exhausted. He'll get the Guardian Angel. That's about all that's going to happen. Triple kill here for the Xayah. Could see a Penta. Will they go for it? Looks like the answer's going to be no. DRX, they'll be happy. They just want to take their big win, and boy, it is a big one. 2-1.
Right, like this is a team with so much history. And like anyone that's going to blame Zeus for this, that's going to like, you know what I'm talking about. Like they're going to go and they'll be like, oh, this Renekton, he didn't do anything. And he got smashed by Jace. That's not the story of this game. It was just DRX playing the early macro game so incredibly well. And T1, it's back to the drawing board because the game plan that they went for throughout this series, even when it did work, it didn't look amazing.
No. Like you mentioned, they did have a game plan.